All right, y'all. So I am sitting here living a good life, listening to my music, having a good time. So let's jump in. I'm so glad. Let me just say that I am so glad and thankful that you guys are riding this wave with me. A little jealous of you guys because you get to see this as soon as it airs and I had to wait. But we're not going to talk about that. So let's get into this video. This dress. Okay, so I don't mean to be critical coming right out the gate, but it feels like the woman in the amazing blue dress with the black dress with the fabulous earrings. What that verse she just sang, it didn't seem smooth. It felt like it was rocky or shaky. So that's not, right out of the gate, is not working in her favor as far as appeal for me. But let's see where it goes. It might pick up. 爱情有时候是一种障碍，让人失望的虽然是恋情本身，但是不要只是因为你是美人，多爱的深，会不能平衡，为情困我这个灵魂。Okay, so with them singing together, you can definitely hear one person is more smooth with it and the other person is not. But I will say that I love the way the woman in the red dress, the red dress is absolutely beautiful. But I love the way that her, I believe this is A-Lin, but I love the way that her tone is so rich. It's so smooth. And it's like she's riding underneath that main melody note so well. Like she belongs there. And then the marriage of the two voices together, it actually makes the woman in the black sound better. She's still choppy, she's not flowing with it, but because the woman in the red dress is flowing so smoothly underneath her, it kind of highlights her and makes it seem like those jerky notes are intentional, sparkles on top of the water, as opposed to, when she was stand alone and it just felt jerky. So that is a nice little bonus that's thrown in there. She has wonderful stage presence too. We like her though. We've already established that we like her. So there's that. Okay, so I was made aware that the woman in the black dress was not able to hear herself. So maybe that could be a reason of why she is choppy. But I wanted to wait and see what she does in her big notes. Because one thing that's easy to do, very, very easy to do when you can't hear yourself, is to just remember how it physically feels and put your sound in that place when you're singing your song. That almost ensures that it's going to come out the way that it's supposed to, because it feels like the way that it did when you were in practice. Now, when she went for her big belty notes, I feel like, one, that's the easiest thing to do, because if you're singing a big belty note, you're going to feel the most drastic physical change, right? And so her belty notes sounded good. They sounded smooth. It's her softer notes that don't. And her softer notes may be what is highlighting or making it very indicative that she can't hear herself that well. Now, I will say though that just as much as you need to practice singing and feeling what it feels like when you're doing your big belty notes, you gotta do the same thing when you're singing soft, or you will find yourself not sounding your best because you can't hear yourself and you don't remember what it feels like to even place the sound in that space so that you get the best sound. So, nice little tip for you guys. I'm sorry, we're gonna take a moment there. That was unbelievably jerky. There was nothing smooth about it, and we didn't even get a wonderful result. That was not easy to listen to. That the high note that she did, the woman in the black dress. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that there. Try not to attack me too hard in the comments, but that was not it. Now we're back to the big belt where she's comfortable. So let's take a moment and appreciate how effortless it sounds when A-Lin is singing. I'm nervous because I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Do you say A-Lin or do you say A-Lin? I don't know. But when she's singing, it sounds like she's just like in her room. It doesn't feel like she's working, trying to sound good. She just sounds good. Very much the opposite of that. And it's interesting to be able to see this contrast right on stage together. The other woman, it feels like she's trying really, really hard to sound good. And fair enough, she probably is because she can't hear herself. So that's a fair assessment. But at the same time, you can visually see all the work that is being put behind her performance in contrast to A-Lin. Now, I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to pause. We're going to try that. Because that was fantastic. Oops. Yeah, baby. And she held that too, and then she went. I will say that in this section, it does feel like the woman in the black dress is overpowering. She's not blending well with A-Lin, and it could be because, again, she's trying so hard. And A-Lin's vibe is very much like, this is smooth. It's not that she needs to be louder, because the volumes are wonderful. It's just the effort behind the words. You can hear them more with the woman in the black dress as opposed to the woman in the red dress. And I think that it's because the woman in black is trying so hard to get to where she needs to be. And so the dissonance that I hear, it's not necessarily the note, it's the effort behind the note. love her voice.
让你这样醒着树上根，为何临睡前会想要留一盏灯？你若不肯说，我就不爱。
So that was a wonderful ending there, the way that they chose to harmonize, who did the high and who did the low. And then also notice what the woman in the red dress did with her microphone to kind of like make the sound fade away. She didn't just do a hard stop on the note. She literally faded the mic away while she's singing it. So it gives you that buffer. It's kind of like making the edges blend in so that it just kind of fades and dissipates. Again, that's just a mic trick that you can do in order to get that effect, especially when you're singing live. So that was awesome. The way that the woman in the black sang that part when she came in, I think here. No, not here. That part. I'm just going back to highlight how unbelievably choppy it is. Dun, 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 dun. And it just does not mesh well with the song, doesn't mesh well with the woman in the red dress. It's not giving the vibes that it should be giving. And then especially after singing that big song and now we're coming off and you're putting the last taste in my mouth before this song is finished, that's not a good taste to put into my mouth. Now, I don't know that I've been so harsh before, but yeah. But I love A-Lin. Love how she sounds. That's what I have to say here.